Coming to you live from the Black Goat 39 studios, this is the Guru Talkin Sports Podcast, episode 131. Now here's your host, the Guru of Sports. You guys know what time it is when I get on the microphone? Y'all know it's time for the Guru. How you like that? Check that out now. That was the sounds of my brother, Ray Guru. He was in the house earlier today, and guess what? He just cut me up a new little thing called the Peace Frog. Peace Frog by the Doors. And now I have a new theme song. And yes, that is going to be the Guru's starting off theme song. Hello, sports fans, and welcome. Welcome to episode 131 of the Guru Talkin Sports Podcast. I am your host, the Guru of Sports. And guess what? I am fired up today because guess what? I got my two main dudes with me. First of all, I want to introduce, coming to the stage right now, my man, my main man, son number one, Dante Guru. What's up, Dante Guru?
Hey, Guru, thanks for having me, man. Long time listener, first time caller, baby.
Oh, no, man. You know you've been here a while, man. Hey, hold up. I want to play something for you right quick. All right.
All right.
Just give me one little second. I'm the audio man here because Caden Guru isn't here, but I want. There you go. There you go. I just wanted to give you a little bit of applause there, okay?
Appreciate that.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And now, coming to the stage, my main man, number two, Caden Guru is in the house. Caden Guru, how are you today, sir?
Good. Thanks, Guru. It's always an honor.
Oh, man, it is something else. Yes, indeed. Oh, applause, applause, applause. All right, now, I want to tell you guys that I am so fired up and so happy to be here. Episode 131 is basically, this is it. Now, we have waited all this time, and now we're into football season, and guess what? College football is back. The NFL is back. We've seen a butt whipping on Thursday, and we're going to be talking about all of it. And guess what? This podcast right here today is going to be fired up because we have got both Caden Guru, Dante Guru, and we have a special guest that's going to be actually picking against the Guru. And you know the Guru hasn't lost any games, but, you know, we're going to bring him in, and we're going to welcome him in. He's a friend of mine, a D-Alien, and he's a good friend, and we will be talking to him pretty soon. I will be having him on the phone, and after our break, we will be bringing him in the second half. Okay, this is how it's going to set up. First, we're going to go to the college wrap. We're going to talk about what all the college games that's going on and stuff that happened earlier today. And, you know, there was a lot of upsets, but this was what a really, really, really crazy Saturday. And like I said, this is Saturday. Saturday night, we're going to be doing this and putting it out there so you can listen to it right before NFL Sunday. Okay, news and notes is going to come in at the second, after the second or the first break, and we're going to talk about, you know, anything that's going on. We might mention a little bit of football, but basically I don't want to shut out all the other sports like football or baseball, basketball, and everything else that's going on, tennis as well, and, you know, everything that's going on. So, also, we might flip-flop this because this is a special episode. This week, we're going to be doing the predictions of the NFL playoffs divisions, Super Bowl, everything. So, like I said, we're going to be flip-flopping a few things in the next week. But what's pissing you off is coming back. Poo-poo of the week is coming back. We're going to be talking about fantasy as well. Take a break after that, go to halftime, and then next in the second half, it's all NFL, baby. You guys got anything you guys want to add into this?
No, Guru, I think you gave us a pretty good plate.
Man, I am just so fired up and glad that the NFL is back. I wasn't really feeling the football, but like I said, after I saw that game on Thursday night, and like I said, after I watched my Buckeyes do their thing, I'm like really fired up now. How about you, Kaden Guru? You fired up?
Yeah, I'm fired up. Week 1 NFL can't get better than this.
That's it. Okay, I'll tell you what, let's go right to the college wrap, guys. Anything in college that you've seen today, let me know. All right, here I'm going to give you a few things that's going on. Georgia blew out Southern 33-0 today, which was not a surprise. Now, here's what I'm going to tell you. I'm really pissed off now. This is have to happen. Bama beat Texas by 1 point. Now, if they won by 1 point and they're supposed to be the number one team in the nation, they were supposed to be favored and win by 20 points or more, double digits every single week. They lost by 1. They should drop in the polls. Yes, I am an Ohio State honk, but yet and still, Ohio State lost, or they haven't lost. They won last week. They dropped from 2 to 3. I understand that. That's not a bad deal. But then again, they beat Notre Dame. What did Notre Dame do today? They ended up losing. So, hey, I look at it this way. If you guys disagree with me, let me know. I think Alabama should drop, and Georgia is, to me, the best team in college football. What do you guys think?
I agree with that. I feel like Georgia's played as a complete team. I feel like Alabama hasn't yet. They haven't really faced anyone that's like as good as Texas. And with Ohio State, they just lost to an underdog team.
They didn't lose. They haven't lost yet. I mean, they beat. No, that's okay. They beat Alabama Southern.
I'm talking about Notre Dame. Notre Dame lost today.
Yeah, Notre Dame lost to Marshall, and that is a big time upset. So I mean, I look at it this way. Okay, if you're going to drop Ohio State down a point, down in the rankings, you got to drop Alabama down to 2 or 3 and move both Ohio State and Georgia up 1 spot. You guys agree with that?
I have a different opinion on it. I'm not really big on college football. And the main reason why is they have this thing called a ranking list. And this is a ranking list that people vote on, right? So early on in the season, you see teams are playing a plethora of teams. You just said that you want UGA to move up, correct?
Yeah.
Who did UGA beat today?
Oh, jeez.
Sanford? Right?
Yeah.
But hold on. Yeah, they beat nobody, right? But Bama had to go into Texas and beat Texas. Now, let's just say this Texas team is horrible, whatever, right? But we don't know how good this Texas team is. And Alabama went and beat them on the road. Whether it was pretty or not, they still won the game. The problem I think of it is you can't say one team's the surefire, the best team in the country, and they beat a school that they paid to get on a bus and come and get their behinds beat, as opposed to Alabama, who had to actually go on the road and play an actual team this week. So I think it's more so like, let's give it a few weeks, let's see where teams are, and then let's start judging from there. Maybe Notre Dame is just not good at all.
Yeah,
they didn't. I mean, they played okay at Ohio State, but they didn't. It wasn't much of a game in the second half, right?
Yeah.
And then they lost to Marshall today. So maybe Notre Dame was just not a top 25 team at all.
Yeah.
But that's not what the people voted. That's not what the experts voted. So I think the preseason rankings, the early season rankings don't matter much. Because if Texas wins 8 games, they're a top 25 team, then we're going to be like, wow, Bama barely beat a very good team, as opposed to saying, wow, Bama beat an unranked team and we don't even know what the rankings are, you know?
Yeah, I agree. But, that's the thing. It's just, they put these teams over here, just as like with Oregon. Oregon ain't even ranked right now. And we don't even know if they're that good. But see, that's the thing. Georgia blew them out.
Yeah.
Georgia blew them out. But yet and still Florida jumped up from unranked to number 12. They beat Utah, and I like Utah. Utah beat the brakes off of, Southern Utah, but yet and still, see, that's the thing. All these teams in the beginning are playing cupcakes, more or less.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. You can't really see who's the cream of the crop. But then again, you got a team like Texas A&M that had high hopes and high aspirations, and they end up losing to who? They lost to what was the team they lost to? I'm looking on my paper right now. I can't see them.
Yeah.
But Texas A&M lost. They lost to App State. App State is, and that they can pull an upset. They beat Michigan before. So, we don't know, really. We really don't know. But like I said, that was something else what I saw. The U won. They beat Southern Mississippi, which wasn't no big deal. Army got beat by 3. Washington State beat Wisconsin. See, and that, we didn't know how, maybe Washington State might not be that good, So, I mean, it's just that, we got to see, it's only the second, week of the season, more or less, other than the week 0 or whatever the hell. But I'm looking at right now, I'm looking at my, your team, Georgia Southern, and I'm rooting for them to win, beat Nebraska, and get Scott Frost fired. That's probably what's going to happen. What do you think? Think it's going to go?
Yeah, I think they can do it.
All right, cool. All right, guys, you got anything else to add for the college wrap?
I'm good, Joe. Thank you.
Okay. All right. News and notes. Anybody got any news and notes? Kaden, you wanted to talk about Lamar Jackson's contract, right?
Yeah, so on Friday they had a deadline to give Lamar Jackson a new contract, and the Ravens front office and organization did not reach that deadline for a new contract. So he's playing on his final year of his contract, and it might be the final year Lamar Jackson is a Raven, which to me is kind of crazy because if I would look into Lamar's future, I would picture him always being a Raven and not see him with a different team. But that's just me.
Yeah, but like I said, where would he go? Where would he go? The Giants?
He could go to the Eagles.
Well, no, the Eagles didn't want him. Remember, the Eagles gave up that pick to Baltimore, and he in the 30s, for that 32nd pick, and Baltimore took him. So that was the Eagles' mistake. They should have just kept him, right?
Correct, but I honestly don't know where he could go, to fit in his play style, and I feel like the Ravens' play style fits his play style, so run oriented and stuff like that. I felt like that's the perfect fit for him, but I honestly could not see him with any other team.
Okay, I don't know. I think what's going to happen is that what he's asking for. I don't think he's going to try. I don't know. He might not get it. He was asking for Deshaun Watson money, I just blew the whole podcast. I just said that guy's name, and I you know me. I don't even want to say his name. The Browns quarterback.
Lamar is better than him.
He is.
He's way better than him, and I feel like he's earned that money. He's earned that type of money.
Yeah.
There's 2 problems here, right?
All right.
The NFL. So the Cleveland's quarterback that's suspended, got a contract based upon a team desperate. They desperately wanted him. So they basically said, hey, we'll give you anything you want to play here. And that's how this contract situation blew up for Lamar Jackson. The other issue Lamar has is he doesn't have an agent. So who I don't know necessarily how. I'm not going to go into the specifics of how he's negotiating, but with the situation where you're negotiating a contract where you're trying to basically get a contract that only two players have ever had. Kirk Cousins also was another one that had a fully guaranteed contract. It's very difficult, and this is something that I think a lot of people are misunderstanding, or I guess like they're not putting a lot of what's the word? They're like, oh, you know what?
Emphasis.
This isn't yeah, like they're not really looking at it hard enough, like saying, okay, maybe the agent thing might be a problem. I think Lamar is going to be a Raven for the foreseeable future, next 2-3 years, with the franchise tag and all those things. And the NFL will be a completely different change, or it'll completely change its landscape in that time frame. So for me, I think with Lamar, he'll be fine. He's just going to have to bet on himself. And I think as long as he stays healthy, he'll be okay. There'll be plenty of teams that'll need his services in the next whenever he's available, which, again, the Ravens aren't going to just make him super available. So we'll see.
Yeah. But if you look at it like this, so Herbert and Burrow, they're gonna get like $500 million from the Bengals and Chargers. Do you look at it like, okay, well, they're in a different tier than Lamar, and like Lamar's been in the league for longer, and he's won an MVP. Do you look at it like differently like that?
I think he could. I think he could get the money he wants, but I think that there has to be a lot of concessions. When you're in a situation like the Vikings and the Browns, they didn't have a lot of leg room, so they had to give that type of contract to those players. Whereas the Ravens feel as though they have a lot of leg room with the franchise tag, and they have a lot of leg room with, just being able to control them for the next few years. I think he'll get a good contract, but they might want it to be they don't probably want to guarantee it fully. And then he probably is like, I'm getting a fully guaranteed contract, or I'm not signing it at all. So we don't know. I don't know the contract details. I don't want to speculate anything. I just think that him not having an agent is really making it tough. I'm not sure who's handling these negotiations, mom, him, whatever. Yeah. But him not having an agent, it's extremely difficult. Look, and I'm going to make mentions of Darren Waller. Darren Waller got re-signed today, 3 years, and $51 million. We don't know if that's added money to his contract. That's the part of the extension. We're not 100% sure how that money is going to be handed out. But it was a very difficult Drew Rosehouse's agent said it was very difficult for them to go through these proceedings because, again, he had 2 years left on his deal. It is very rare that a person gets a contract extension with 2 years left on his deal. So, again, these contracts are very hard with these teams, and I think Lamar will get what he wants, but it's going to take time.
Yeah, I think so, too. But like you mentioned, Darren Waller's contract, that is good for the Vegas Raiders. Oh, man, I'm just so happy that he's going to be there for that. Okay, I'll tell you what we're going to do is we're going to take our first break, and then we're going to, get a few things taken care of, and we'll be right back. But hey, good conversation, and I really appreciate you guys being on here. And first of all, like I said, the first time today, we're going to hear from the voice actress lady. Thank you guys, and you guys take care, and hold on a second. We'll be right back. This is episode 131 of the Guru Talkin Sports Podcast. You guys hang tight. Here's my voice actress lady right now.
You're listening to the Guru Talking Sports Podcast.
Okay, we're back. Welcome back to the Guru Talking Sports Podcast, episode 131. Now we're going to go to something a little bit different. We're going to go to the poo-poo of the week. Actually, poo-poo of the week is going to be done for the NFL, and that's usually an NFL thing that I usually do. So, I want to ask you guys, is there anything that is poo-pooing you for this week? We're going to do it for everything. Whatever is poo-poo in the week is, you guys name whatever your poo-poo of the week is. Gated?
I think we're going to have the exact same poo-poo.
What's that?
The Rams.
Yeah. I think you're right. You guys did you guys watch that game?
I watched the opening kickoff.
Opening kickoff.
That's the only thing I watched.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't watch a single completed pass, single down. I just watched the kickoff, then turned it off.
Oh, jeez. Oh,
Wow.
man. Yeah, I gotta admit, Buffalo looks tough, man. This team, they look hungry. They look real hungry. Do you think? What do you think it is with the Rams? I mean, do you think they got the Super Bowl hangover?
Well, I think that they just versed the best defense from last year, and then they added Von Miller on top of that. So, yeah, I mean, I feel like they have somewhat Super Bowl hangover, but I feel like the Bills are going to be, like, really legit this year.
Yeah. We'll wait for the predictions and everything, but I know where probably a lot of people are going to go with. I've seen it all. I mean, NFL Network's picking Buffalo to win the Super Bowl. Is there anything else that's poo-poo of the week?
No, I think. I mean, I don't have anything. What do you got for us, Guru?
Nah, I'm good. All right. So, I guess what's pissing you off? Anything pissing you guys off?
I got something.
Uh-oh. Go ahead.
Roughing the passer calls in all of football, just in entire football, like from Pop Warner to the NFL. Just like it's just. I know we're trying to protect the quarterbacks and everything with like CTE and stuff like that, but it's football. It's a contact sport. What happened today, Alabama and Texas? I saw it the clip on Instagram of Bryce Young about to get a safety, and they called like a really bad roughing the passer call, and it just is like terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think they want to protect the quarterbacks, but they should also consider that very fast, very big people aren't always going to be able to control their body weight and things like that. So it's not necessarily that they're. I mean, because again, you got to hit the quarterback. You got to know he's there, but I don't think it's necessarily a situation where it's they're trying to actively hurt someone every time they're hitting them, but. Yeah, I think that they should definitely look at how they're calling these things across the board. Even in the NFL, sometimes you get those calls, and it definitely is frustrating because it changes the game sometimes.
Yeah, it does. My thing that's pissing me off is that Alabama should be dropped in the polls for this week. I know, and Ohio State should jump up. So I mean, what we just talked about earlier. I know. But, it's just Alabama gets so many, I mean, they get so much favoritism. It's just pathetic. It just it's pathetic.
I get it. I hear you, Guru.
I mean, even though I am an Ohio State fan, I mean, I understand last week when we dropped from 2 to 3. I understand that. No problem. But, it's like, why? I mean, they only won by 1 point. So, I mean, we got to see what happens on Monday or so. Matter of fact, I wanted to make sure I've mentioned this to you, Dante. It's tied now, 35-35, Georgia Southern and Nebraska. The reason why we're talking about this game is because I'm proud to say that my man, Dante Guru, is a proud graduate.
Is going into this season. I really feel as though the Raiders are the very first team in NFL history to have gotten better overall as a team, and people are picking them to be worse. I don't think that there's any team ever that's added a top 5 player at his position, added a coach that maximizes offensive potential, added a defensive coordinator that's been very well, has done very well, was a guy that a lot of teams wanted. I don't think I've ever seen a team upgrade their secondary pass rusher, made decent changes on their team that made the playoffs, and people are picking them fourth. Yeah. They're picking the Raiders to finish fourth after finishing second last year, and the team got better. There's nothing. We'll talk about it more later, but there's nothing the Raiders have done that has been worse than what they had last year.
Exactly.
And it's pissing me off. The beautiful thing about football is you have to go out there and play. Last year, no one would have picked the Raiders to make the playoffs. They went out there and played, and guess what? They won. They beat them. There wasn't a cheat. The Raiders didn't cheat. They went out and they beat the Chargers when they needed to go to the playoffs. And they came within a couple plays of beating the team that represented the AFC in the Super Bowl. And they're picked fourth. People are picking them fourth to win 8 or 9 games and finish fourth in the division. We'll talk more about it, but it's pissing me off.
Yeah, I agree. And, I do agree with that, but, wait till you hear my picks. And we'll
talk more about it.
I know what you're saying. Okay, now, before we go to halftime, I want to mention something about fantasy football. In my league, what happened was that we had one of our guys, he had to turn over his team, and being the commissioner of the league, I had to actually take over that team. But what I did was, what's going to happen is that the team is basically going to forfeit all their games. I have to basically try to keep some kind of integrity. So I'm allowing all my owners to take, if they feel as though they want one player off their team, they can have them. Because, it's like, the team is going to forfeit all their games. And, I'm telling you this, Caden, because you're open to take a player off there if you want. But like I said, it's going to affect that team in that division because you're going to have 2 times that you play this team, and one of them is going to be a bye and one of them is going to be a forfeit. So, I don't know what to do, so I'm just going to figure it out. But I just wanted to let you guys know that I did pick 2 guys for the Hall of Fame, and they are my man Lewis Talbot and my man Rob. They both have made it into the Hall of Fame, and they join you, Dante Guru, in the third and long Hall of Fame as well.
Nice.
So, I just want to give, hats off to them and big props to them for making the Hall of Fame. Caden, do you have anything that you want to add about the fantasy?
About fantasy in general?
Yeah.
Rondell Moore is out with a hamstring injury, so if you have him, like me and the Guru, put him on your bench and start somebody else.
Yeah, I got him on my bench in my second league. In my second league, I'm doing pretty good. I'm actually
Christian McCaffrey is also hurt too, which is I find not very surprising.
Yeah, but I'm you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go try and see if I can pick up Chuba Hubbard, and try to play him. So, all right, you guys got anything else left in fantasy?
Nope.
All right, I'll tell you what. We're going to halftime right now because we've been rolling along here, man. Like I said, next half we're done with the first half. The next half is going to be very interesting because the first thing we're going to do is the NFL predictions for the divisions, and then we'll take a break. We'll do playoffs and Super Bowl, and then we'll bring in our guests, and we will have the NFL picks of the week, the first one of the year, and man, we're fired up. Okay, where's Goldie at? Get your ass over here. All right, that's a signal for the halftime. And guys, stay with us. We will be right back after this. Our voice actress lady is ready, and we're going to halftime. You're listening to the Guru Talking Sports Podcast, episode 131. And here she is.
You're listening to the Guru Talking Sports Podcast.
All right, guys, welcome back to the Guru Talking Sports Podcast, episode 131. And at this time, I would like to bring in someone that is a good friend of mine, and he's a D-alien, and I really, really respect him. And, you know, since I've been in the alien universe, he's actually made me feel as though I'm family. And I want to welcome to the podcast, Mr. Dixieland Dan. What's up, Dan?
How y'all doing tonight, man?
Oh, we all good. All right, hold up. I want to give you something right quick. For all our guests, we have to bring them in. We always give them a round of applause. And I want to talk to you guys about what we're going to do now is, Dan, you actually came in at a good time because we're actually getting ready to talk about the NFL predictions for the league. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the NFC East. I'm going to go down the list, and I think I'm going to pick my guys, and everybody gets a chance to pick, and I'm going to pass it around the room, okay? Okay.
All right, sound like a plan to me. Let's do it.
All right. First off, I'm going to go to the NFC East. I'm going to pick the Philadelphia Eagles to win the NFC East, and I think that they have a good shot. I'm going to make this quick because we're, time consuming, and I'm going to go Philadelphia, Washington, Dallas, and the Giants. Okay, Dan, what do you think?
I don't know if I trust the Eagles that much, but to be quite honest with you, I don't really trust any of them in that particular division. We all know the Cowboy woes, Giants, woohoo, Washington, woohoo. It's going to be a toss-up between the Eagles and the Cowboys, but I think I'm just going to have to give it to the Cowboys just because they do so good in the regular season, even if they stomp their toe in the playoffs once they get there. We all know how bad they are in the playoffs, but during the regular season, then again, they're usually pretty solid. So I think I'm going to take the Cowboys on that one.
Okay. Now, I wanted to let you know that we do have a Eagle fan in the house, and he's going to be, he's an Eagle fan. And also, Dante is actually a Raider fan, just like me. And I wanted to ask you, what is your favorite team?
My favorite team out of the NFL is the New Orleans Saints. I fell in love with the Saints during the Super Bowl run of 2009, watching Drew Brees work his magic after Hurricane Katrina and bringing that town so much joy and such a hard time. It was magical to me, and probably the first Super Bowl that I can really remember that I paid any attention to. It was about the time that I was really coming into enjoying football because I've been a baseball player all my life.
Okay.
And I followed that more, so I became a Saints fan.
Okay. All right, cool. I appreciate that, man. You know, the Saints are a good team, and I ain't gonna lie. I was a Saints fan back in the 70s. I ain't gonna mention that. Okay.
You're getting old on us now.
Yeah, I know. I am. I don't look it though. I look good though. All right.
Oh yeah, good looking man there. That's what I'm talking about.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you. I know. And Marad says I'm a good looking man too, so I appreciate that. Okay, now, Dante, we joke. I'll tell you guys the inside joke after this. Okay, Dante, who you got as your NFC East?
I'm picking the Cowboys. The Cowboys are a very good football team. You can say whatever you want about them in the playoffs. They're a very good football team. They have a very good offensive line. They have a very good receiving core, good running backs, good quarterback, good defense for the most part. We won't talk about Trayvon Diggs, but for the most part, they have a really solid defense. I'm picking them because they're a very consistent team. They're a very experienced team. That's very important. You're going to have to win some very tough games, and I'm not sure if the Eagles are ready to do that yet. I do think the Eagles could sneak into the playoffs, but I'm going to trust the Cowboys simply because I really think Dak Prescott is a top 10 quarterback in this league. He can be even higher, to be honest. And I'm going to go with the team with the consistent quarterback, consistent play, and consistency all across the board.
Okay, so you got the Cowboys. Who you got as your other three in that division?
I would say if the Cowboys win, the Eagles should finish second, maybe make the wild card. I think let's just say think that the Commanders can finish third. We'll see, depending on how that quarterback situation goes. And I just think the Giants are awful. I just truly believe that they're awful. So we're not going to talk much more about that.
All right, cool. Now we got a Philadelphia Eagle fan, and we know that he's going to pick the Eagles first, right, Caden?
Yeah, but it's like I'm torn between like how they're going to play this season. Everyone has high hopes for them, and if they finish with a disappointing record, it will be a failed season.
All right, so who you got in that division? You got the Eagles first, and who else?
Cowboys, Commanders, then New York.
New York, okay. All right, so we're going to keep moving and keep rolling. All right, so NFC North. I don't know. Everybody says Minnesota or Green Bay. I don't know. Dan, who do you got? Who do you like?
It's hard to go against Green Bay just because another team like the Cowboys themselves, we was talking about a while ago, very, very, very good in the regular season. Of course, once you get to the postseason, again, there's your toe stubbers again. But the Vikings, they're sneaky. They might be right in there, but I'm going to have to go with Green Bay. As much as I hate Aaron Rodgers, I guess I'll have to go with Green Bay because the man is one of the best quarterbacks of all time. As much as it hates me to say that, he just seems like a jerk.
Yeah, I agree. All right, so you got Green Bay. Who else in the division?
I'm going to go with the Vikings after that, and then just it's a crapshoot with the rest of them.
Yeah, I agree with you in that phase. I'm gonna take Green Bay first, Minnesota second. Detroit, I think, is a little bit more improved, and they got a little bit more hype. I'm gonna go Detroit and Chicago. Caden, who you got in there?
I got Green Bay in first. I got Minnesota in second. I got Chicago in last. And I actually got Detroit over Chicago. I feel like Detroit's going to have a better season than last year and previous ones before that.
All right, so you're taking the same thing I'm taking, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Dante, who you got?
So I think that this could be the year that the Vikings dethrone them. I'm going to pick the Packers, but I am going to say I think that it's going to be much closer. Losing Devontae Adams is going to be huge. I think the Packers' offense is not going to be a well-oiled machine. They're going to have to run the ball a lot. So, maybe A.J. Dillon and Aaron Jones are going to do their things. But I think the Vikings have a very good, solid football team. And I think I would not be surprised they win the division. I'm going to pick the Packers because, again, like I said, consistency. That Aaron Rodgers is a very good football player. He's going to do his thing. I'm going to pick them. I'm going to say the Vikings. I'm going to say the Vikings may finish first. I'm going to say second in the wild card spot. I think the Bears are going to finish third. I think Justin Fields is going to figure it out. He's going to have to run for his life, but he'll figure it out. And I think the Lions are just the Lions. I think they'll have some really good games, but I think they just need a complete coaching overhaul. They need a new quarterback. I think that their line will be one of the worst teams in football again.
Okay. All right, I'll tell you what. I want to do bust the facts on the East and the North right quick. Okay, since 2005, no team has won back-to-back division titles. Like I said, I'm taking the Eagles to win the division in the NFC East. In the NFC North, Green Bay, will finish the division for the fourth straight year. They're trying to win the division for the fourth straight year, and I think they can probably win it again this year. Okay, now let's jump to the NFC South. Now, Dan, I know that you're a New Orleans Saints fan. I'm going to give you the first pick on this one. Who do you like in that order?
Well, like you said, Saints fan, love them, famous Jameis. Everybody forgets that this man threw for 5,000 yards one season. Even if he did have 30-something interceptions, he's still one of the few quarterbacks ever to throw for 5,000 yards. You've got a great defense with Deadgummit Davis and Marcus Lattimore back there. I'm having a brain fart here.
That's okay.
And you've also got Alvin Kamara as a good running back. You got Mark Ingram still coming back in there. Of course, he's getting older. Got a good offensive line. We'll just give Ramczyk a big extension on his contract. He's going to be good for us. You got Michael Thomas coming back, but it's going to be a toss-up in the air as to whether or not he's actually going to be what he was when Drew Brees was there.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got Chris Olave coming in that's been turning a whole lot of heads in the preseason.
Oh, yeah.
I want to pick them, but everybody knows it's hard to pick against Tom Brady just because of who he is.
Yeah.
The Buccaneers are still a very, very stacked team. As a matter of fact, the Bucs were number 2 in defense last year. They were the second-ranked defense last year. Offense. And they're projected to have a top 5 defensive this year. So I'm going to pick the Saints, but if the Bucs win it, they just win it. And then you're going to have the Panthers are going to be third, and then the Falcons are going to come in dead last. I mean, you've got Marcus Mariota as your quarterback, and you've also lost Matt Ryan, so that's a big blow to the team right there. So I've got to go with Saints, Bucs, Panthers, Falcons.
All right, cool. All right, Dante, I'm gonna ask you this one. Who do you like in that division?
I like the Bucs. I think the Saints are going to be pretty solid. I do agree with Dan. I think that Jameis is a very solid quarterback. I think he's going to play well. I'm going to pick the Bucs. I think the Saints could possibly be some injuries come into play. On the Bucs side, I think the Saints could sneak in and win the division. I definitely have the Falcons finishing last. Nothing to say really about this union. I think this division. I truly just think that maybe if a couple of injuries go their way, maybe Tom Brady finally falls off that cliff, the Saints could possibly win it. But yeah, really good team on offense, very good defense. I see the Bucs winning the division and moving, and then the Falcons obviously were probably in line to be worst team football.
Okay, Caden, who you got?
Well, I'm gonna take the Bucs to win the South. I feel like Tom Brady's going to have another good season. I know I hate Tom Brady, but it's just like this guy's like 45 years old. It's like whatever. But Saints are coming second. I don't know how I feel about Jameis Winston. He's like the first quarterback since Vinny Testaverde to throw 30 interceptions in the season. And I feel like this is like his first season back from that season. So I'm going to go with the Saints second. I'm going to go with the Panthers third, and then Falcons in last.
Okay. All right. I think I'm going to go Bucs, Saints, Carolina, then Falcons. I mean, it's kind of obvious because I like Jameis Winston. I think that they're going to be a lot better in New Orleans because of my man Chris Olave from Ohio State. Yes, indeed. Michael Thomas should be a little bit better. But then again, like Brady said, he got a lot of shit going on. But, I still think that he can still figure it out, though. That's one thing I never bet against Brady. And plus, he's in my fantasy team. And we're playing, it's going to be interesting to see them play Dallas on the first night. Okay, bust the facts on this. Tampa Bay snapped New Orleans' run of 4 straight divisions titles that they had. New Orleans had a run on that, remember. But I think Tampa Bay is going to win that division again. Okay, so we're going to go to the NFC West. And let me see. Caden, you pick it up for this one. Who do you like in the NFC West? Give me your 4 teams. How they gonna finish?
Okay, so I have LA in first. I feel like they're gonna bounce back. It's still week 1, and then I don't know. It's a toss up between the Cardinals and Niners, but I'm gonna take the Niners because they have a better defense. And then I'm gonna go Cardinals. Then what's the other team? The Seahawks. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Dante, who you got?
I'm picking the Arizona Cardinals to win the NFC West. The Arizona Cardinals are going to win the NFC West simply because I believe that they're going to have the best quarterback play in the division. I believe that Matt Stafford I believe that there's something really wrong with his arm, and I think that's going to prohibit the Rams from repeating. I'm going to go with them to win the division. It's a big shock. I'm going to also then go with the 49ers to finish second. So I'm going to pick the 49ers to finish second. I'm going to have the Rams finish in third. I believe that something's really wrong with Matthew Stafford. And obviously the Seahawks are, again, one of those in line to be one of the worst teams in football. But I'm going to pick the Cardinals. I really like them. I think they have a pretty solid team. And I think Colin Murray is going to really show out this year.
All right, cool. All right, so you got, who did you say you got?
I have the Cardinals, the 49ers, the Rams, and
Seahawks.
The Seahawks.
Okay. Dan, who you got?
Right now, you can't hardly pick against the Rams, and here's why I say that. Last year, they had a top 10 offense, and it was highlighted by Cooper Kupp, who started off pretty good this year. And, of course, you got Matthew Stafford, who, in my eyes, is a Hall of Fame quarterback that still got a good bit left in the tank. But the one thing that really stands out to me is that last year, and coming into this year as well, last year they had the number 1 defense in the NFL, which really shined there in the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Donald's an absolute monster. I know you lost Von Miller as well, but you've got a bunch of other pieces there that have so far, well, not against so much Josh Allen, but during the preseason, look really good. They're projected to have a top 10 D and a top 10 offense in the same year this year. So I've got to go with the Rams for first place. In second place, I'm going to go with the Cardinals just for the fact that Kyler Murray is, for some reason, as short as he is, can put up big offense and big offensive numbers. And during the regular season, it just seems that offense wins you more games than your defense does during the regular season. And then I'm going to go with the Niners and the Seahawks. And with the Niners, I would like to see what they do with Trey Lance, but I would also like to see what happens if Garoppolo happens to come back in there, because I still think that Garoppolo's a pretty good quarterback. Everybody seems to forget he did take them to a Super Bowl.
Yep.
So give me the Rams, the Cardinals, the Niners, and then the Seahawks. Because, Pete Carroll's still there. He may surprise us somehow. Drew Lock may actually be a good quarterback, or Geno Smith might surprise us, but I highly doubt it.
All right. Me, I'm going to take – that was a good pick. I'm going to take Rams because they're champions, and I definitely don't give the champions – I always give them respect. And anytime that champions get respect here in this house – when the guru's on, he gives them that respect. Okay, so I'm going to go Rams. I'm going to go Cardinals second. But I really don't know how Cliff Kingsbury is going to handle, that situation. But I'm going to go Rams, Cardinals, 49ers, because I'm not sure what Trey Lance is going to be. And like you said, Jimmy Garoppolo is still there. Seahawks, it's going to be a tough season for them. But I like their, rookie running back. I did pick, I just don't know. Pete Carroll has never had a rebuilding season until this one, and I think that's going to wrap that up. So,
hey, Guru?
Yeah, I got you.
Seahawks top wide receiver, DK Metcalf?
Yeah.
Actually, from my hometown.
Oh, man.
I've worked on the man's car, or his daddy's car.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's so cool.
They've come to the shop several times whenever they've had fender benders and stuff fix their vehicles. They've been here for a long time, if I remember correctly.
Wow.
But, yeah, he played for Oxford High School, which is our crosstown rivals. I went to what's called Lafayette High School, and I got to watch him play, and he was a tank in high school, man. I mean, he was that big in high school. And he also played here at Ole Miss. Got to see him play at Ole Miss as well. He stayed right here, and then he's in Seattle.
That's cool. That's cool. Metcalf is a pretty good, a great player. I think Caden, you have him on your fantasy team, don't you?
Yeah, I have him in our fantasy team.
Yeah, and I got him on my other one, so I'm definitely looking forward to it. Hopefully he can have a good season. So, we got the NFC out of the way. What we're going to do is we're going to take a break, and what we're going to do is come back with the AFC, and then we're going to go playoffs, and then we're going to get to the good part, the NFL picks of the week. Okay, you guys, I really appreciate this. This is moving along pretty good, but we got to take a break. So you guys hang with us. We'll be right back. This is the Guru Talking Sports Podcast, episode 131, with my special guest, Dan, Dixieland Dan, from down in Mississippi, my good friend, Caden Guru, and Dante Guru as well. And we'll be right back right after this. But first, here is...
You're listening to the Guru Talking Sports Podcast.
Okay, guys, welcome back to the Guru Talking Sports Podcast. This is episode 131. We just finished the NFC. Now we're going to talk about the AFC, and then after that, we're going to go to the NFL picks of the week, and then after that, we're going to wrap it up because we're basically rolling through. I want to introduce everybody again. I have my man Dixieland Dan, my friend from down in Mississippi, great guy, D-Alien, and like I said, man, great dude. We talk all the time.
You're gonna make me blush.
Nah, man, I had to BS with you a little bit, because great radio show that we listen to every single day.
You talk about me better than my wife does.
I talk about everybody good. That's one of the things that I am. I'm a good talker, and I like people. I respect people.
You gotta respect them until they give you a reason not to.
Exactly. And we got Caden Guru and we got Dante Guru. Are going to roll through this division. New England is probably going to end up second. It's a toss-up with me, but I'm going to go with New England second. Miami, I think, is going to be third. They're going to be a little bit more improved, but the Jets, it's going to be tough for the Jets, but, not with Zach Wilson right now, so I'm going to go Buffalo, New England, Miami, the Jets. Okay, I'm going to pass the ball over to you, Dante. Who do you have?
Yeah, absolutely. The Bills definitely show why people are picking them to be the Super Bowl champs. I don't see them having any issues getting the division. I think second is going to be the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins have a very talented team. They're kind of like the Eagles of the AFC. Everyone's talking about how talented the Eagles are. That's the same thing with the Dolphins. They're a very talented team. They added Tyreek Hill, so they should be able to do some things. So they may be able to sneak in the playoffs as well. And then, the Patriots, they lost Josh McDaniels, and I believe they have their defensive coordinator, now their offensive coordinator. So, again, they're going to have a really rough year. They're going to have a very tough time calling plays. And then the Jets are the Jets. But I will say that Flacco might be able to win that starting job and might be able to, get some more years in his career left because I don't think Zach Wilson has it, and he can't stay healthy. So I'm going to pick it in that order.
All right, cool. One thing I wanted to add into that, Belichick is still Belichick. That's the only reason why I picked him second. Also, Mike White might be the player that takes that job in the Jets. That could be something that, we might be seeing down the road because, Flacco is there, but Mike White might be the answer for them. We never know. We see how he played last year. Okay, I mean to cut into it into
good.
predictions. Okay, Caden, I'm gonna go to you.
I got the exact same roster as you got. I feel like Miami's not gonna. It's gonna be a tough division for Miami if they want to like contend and win. Plus, Belichick, his defense is still gonna be good. He's gonna have a second year Mac Jones, which is improved. He looks like he improved. And Buffalo's a Super Bowl contender, so yeah.
All right, Dan, you're on.
All right. You cannot pick against the Buffalo Bills here. Josh Allen is a fucking monster. He is a monster of a problem as much as Patrick Mahomes is a problem in the league now.
Yeah.
He is going to lead the Bills. I would like to say he's probably going to take them to the Super Bowl. They are that good. They got a stacked defense. They got a stacked offense. They got, again, Allen as your quarterback. I mean, they're that damn good. Second place, I'm going to go with the Dolphins. Everybody keeps talking about Tua having this noodle arm, but I'm seeing highlights of him throwing 65-yard bombs to Tyreek Hill in scrimmages in practice, and I'm like, where is this noodle arm at? This guy's got a cannon.
Mm-hmm.
They've got a really good backfield. They got a good stable of running backs. They're improved on defense. I think the Dolphins are going to give the Bills a run for their money. Of course, they're not going to catch them, but they're going to be a good, solid team. I can see them sneaking in as maybe a wild card. Maybe. And then I've got the Patriots. As much as I'd like to pick the Jets just because of Zach Wilson's off-season accomplishments with his mama's friend, you know how that's got to go inside the locker room. This man is now a walking legend. But you got to give it to the Pat. Like you said, Belichick is still Belichick. Mac Jones, he's still up in the air on what he's going to be. But right now, he seems like he's going to be a serviceable quarterback. Maybe not a good quarterback. Maybe not a great quarterback. I don't think he's going to win you a lot of games, but I also don't think he's going to lose you a lot of games. And remember, last year in Buffalo, they won a game without throwing a pass. So if they can keep that up, I mean, that's saying something. And also, even last year, the Patriots had a top 10 defense in the league whenever the season was over with. So I'm going to give them third, and then, of course, the Jets last. They probably got the worst roster in the entire NFL. So give me the Bills, the Dolphins, the Pats, and the Jets.
All right, cool. All right, let me say this. Bust the facts on this. Since 2002, listen to this. New England has won 16 division titles. Buffalo 2, the Jets 2, Miami 1. Now I'm going, like I said, Buffalo is probably going to win that division and go far in the playoffs this year. Okay, now let's go to the NFC North.
NFC?
AFC North. AFC. And see, that's the thing. There goes the perfect podcast. I always mess up something. Guru doesn't remember a whole lot of everything. All right, I'm gonna give Dan. You go first on this one.
Did you say the AFC North?
AFC North, yes, sir.
All right, AFC North. I got to give it to the Bengals, man. I mean, Joe Burrow, what he done last year was absolutely incredible. He's got a top 3 wide receiver, I believe, in the league with Jamar Chase. He was about a half a second from winning a Super Bowl because Jalen Ramsey got just burned by Jamar Chase. Damn O-line just let him down, but they've improved their O-line. So give me the Bengals to win it. And after that, I'm really not sure. I don't really trust Lamar Jackson. I know that he won an MVP, but I'm not really sure that I trust the man. I don't think he can win those great big games. For some reason, I can't put my faith in him. And the Steelers quarterback, Mitchell Trubisky's in there now. Ain't that correct? It's Mitchell Trubisky, isn't it?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Mitch, I swear I think he's a better quarterback than people give him credit for the simple fact that he won a little bit in Chicago with Matt Nagy as a head coach. And we know how that went. And if I remember correctly, he took them to the playoffs, too.
Yeah.
And so give me the Bengals, the Steelers, the Ravens, and then the Browns. With Deshaun Watson being suspended 11 games, which I still think should have been at least 2 years. Calvin Ridley's probably jumping up and down over that still, and so is Josh Gordon.
Mm-hmm.
The Browns just aren't going to have enough during the early season to be able to compete with them, and that's going to put them way, way behind. So give me the Bengals, the Steelers, the Ravens, and the Browns.
All right, Dante, you up.
All right, so I agree. The Bengals are the team to beat in that division. But I will say that I think that the Ravens are a very, very, very close second. I think that they are a very experienced young team. That's something that you don't really get too often in the NFL. A team that's won a lot, that played in very tough games, that played in the playoffs, and I really do think that Lamar will be on a revenge tour this year. I think he wants to prove not only himself, not only his team, but I think wants to prove everybody that he's worth every penny that he's asking for. So I'm going to go with the Bengals and the Ravens. I'm going to go Bengals first, the Ravens second. I think the Ravens can sneak into the playoffs as well. We can talk about that later. I'm going to pick the Browns to finish third, and I'm going to have the Steelers finish fourth. And I'm going to tell you why. Najee Harris has something going on with his foot. If Najee Harris gets injured or he misses time, that team is not good. That Pittsburgh team is not good. Yes, they have very good players, but that overall team is not good. I don't trust any of those quarterbacks at all. If they have to start one game, if you give me one game with any of those quarterbacks, I'm scared for my life.
Wow.
So I think the Steelers are going to finish last, interestingly enough.
Wow.
And it'll be funny because if they finish last, it'll be the first time in Mike Tomlin's career that he will be under 500 for a year. So we'll see.
Oh, man, that's cool. Good facts. All right, Caden, you up.
Well, I'm taking the Ravens to win this division. I feel like Lamar was having an MVP year until he got hurt last year. He led like multiple comebacks last year. I'm taking him, and I'm saying this because I feel like he's going to prove that he's worth that contract, you know? And then I'm going to take the Bengals because they're still good. I mean, they just made the Super Bowl, you know? And then I have the Steelers in last, and then I have the Browns in third because I know they don't have a long-term quarterback yet, but I feel like they have good players in every other position of the field besides quarterback. So I'm taking them over the Steelers, and I have the Steelers last.
Wow. Everybody's picking the Steelers last. Ooh, man.
I did not pick them second.
Uh-oh. Yeah, you did. All right. Now, me, I'm going to go Cincinnati first only because I like what I've seen between Burrow and Chase. And you got those two that have very good chemistry together. They could probably make another Super Bowl run. Maybe. But I got Baltimore coming in second. I still think that Lamar is still, a good player. And I think mostly with all the injuries they had last year, they can rebound from what they were last year and having problems with all those running backs and everything. Only thing I'm really skeptical about is their receivers. I mean, they could have went out and got, Devontae Adams. They could have went out and got Tyreek Hill, and they could have got a lot of players. Hollywood Brown left them, so I'm still going to pick them because I still think Harbaugh is probably one of the best coaches in that division, other than Tomlin. Now, Tomlin, I think, is going to finish in last only because I still like Nick Chubb, and I still think that, the Browns have a pretty better roster than Pittsburgh. All right, so I'm going to go Cincinnati, Baltimore, Cleveland, Pittsburgh. Okay. All right, so I'm going to wrap this up, but I'm going to say this. Bust the facts on the NFC North. AFC North. I keep saying NFC. AFC North. I know. Cleveland hasn't won the division since 1987. Cincinnati's going to make it 2 in a row. All right? Okay. AFC South, I know you guys some of you, Caden Guru, you're going to say something. You say?
They're going to improve.
Oh my gosh! You said
But
something nice.
I do have my doubts about Trevor Lawrence. Yeah, he was a rookie in a bad situation, but he's supposed to be a generational talent that's supposed to overcome these types of things. So I feel like if he doesn't perform well or he has a bad sophomore year, there's going to be some discussions about him. And then the Titans and the Colts. I'm picking the Colts to win the division, and then the Titans to come in second. I knew they had the first round bye and everything last year, but to be honest, I don't think that they were that team last year. I don't think that they're going to be this team this year. And then I got the Jaguars in third, then the Texans in last.
Okay, Dante, you're up.
Okay, so very interesting. While we were here podcasting, we just found out that Quentin Nelson just signed a new deal with the Indianapolis Colts. He's going to be one of the highest paid offensive linemen in football.
Wow.
So congratulations to him. He's a very good football player, and I definitely think he's well deserved. With that being said, they are not winning the division. They're not winning the division because the Titans are better. The Titans are a better team. The Titans have the better running back. If Derrick Henry's healthy, they're the best team in that division. I do think that the Colts got better, but I also think the Jaguars are going to be much better team. And if the Jaguars win again, if the Colts can't beat the Jaguars in Jacksonville again, they're not winning this division. The Jaguars might even sweep them. I really truly believe the Jaguars are a lot better. I will pick the Colts to finish second, but I will say that I think the Jaguars are going to be a pretty solid team this year. I think that they have a very good coach who's going to maximize Trevor Lawrence. Oh, who's that coach? Oh, is he the Eagles head coach that won the Super Bowl? Oh, he gets a first-round generational talent in Trevor Lawrence. You're telling me that you think that the Colts are going to win the division when they have to tackle the worst thing that ever been made in football? Derrick Henry is ridiculous. I don't want to tackle Derrick Henry. Nobody does. Right? So I'm picking the Titans, picking the Colts to finish second. But you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if the Jaguars finish second. I think Matt Ryan's a very good quarterback, but I think it's overstated a lot as far as that team goes. I think that the teams in these divisions are really good. I think the Texans are pretty solid, but I don't think that they're going to be contenders. But I think the Texans can win a game in Indianapolis. So that's a lot of questions around Indianapolis and whether or not they have all the pieces to make it win.
Wow.
Oh, I also didn't factor this, but the Colts when they played at Jacksonville, they've lost 3 in a row.
They haven't won in Jacksonville in years.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep. Wow. All right, Dan, you're up.
All right, you can't pick against the Titans and Derrick Henry in this particular division. I know Matt Ryan's going to be good, and the Colts have got a good offensive line. They were good last year. They had a top 10 defense. Matter of fact, they had a top 3 defense last year. But, I mean, Derrick Henry's just running through people's faces. If you can run the ball as consistently as they do for as long as he's been in the league, they're going to win, and they're going to win a lot. So give me the Titans winning the division, and then give me the Colts second just for the fact that Matt Ryan still got a lot left in the tank. I think he's borderline Hall of Fame. If he'd have won that Super Bowl, he would have probably been in. He can do it. I think possibly they might beat the Titans if they could stop Derrick Henry, but I don't think that's going to happen. And then Texans and Jaguars. Give me the Texans in third because I think the Jaguars, other than Trevor Lawrence, have probably the worst roster in the NFL, along with the Jets. I don't see the Jaguars doing anything. I also don't think Trevor Lawrence is as good of a quarterback as everybody says he is. I really don't think that his talent from college is going to translate to the NFL like everybody seems to think. That may be just for the simple fact of where he is at and the fact that he also had a douche in Urban Meyer as a head coach last year.
Oh, yeah.
In the worst way. Y'all know just as well as I do that if you put the greatest quarterback in the world in the worst situation in the world, he ain't going to be that good. I mean, it's just not going to happen. So give me the Titans, Colts a very, very close second, and then the Texans and the Jaguars.
Wow. Ouch. I do like the Jaguars, but I don't know. From Dante and Caden, you guys said that they look improved. I don't know. I'm just really, really contemplating. They only winning 3-4 games this year, and I'm like trying to figure out who they going to play, who they going to beat. I mean, because they got to play. Well, maybe they can beat Houston twice, and maybe Indianapolis once in in Jacksonville, but I don't know. I look at it this way. I still like the Colts to win the division. I'd say Colts, Texans, Jaguars, then Houston. But that's I don't know. I don't really feel good about. I don't feel good about the Jaguars. I love them, but I just don't feel good about them. All right, but I'm gonna tell you this. Bunch of facts on this. Indy hasn't won since 2015 in that division. They haven't won a division since 2014. I'm sorry, 2014. So I'm going to pick them to win the division this year. All right. Now, let's go to AFC West and wrap this up, and then we're going to go to picks for playoffs and Super Bowl. All right. I'm going to start this one off. The Raiders. I think the Raiders got the team. I think they got the chemistry and the disrespect that they've been getting. I think that they can do it. Kansas City is still going to be good, even though they don't have Tyreek Hill. But I do think that Kansas City is going to be one of those teams that are sneaky. All right. Denver has improved. Yes, they have improved. But the Chargers have improved also with Khalil Mack. But I still like the Chargers to come in third, and I still think that Denver is going to be good, but Russell Wilson, I don't know. I'll say Denver is going to be fourth. All right, so I'm going Raiders, Kansas City, the Chargers, and then Denver. All right, I'll tell you what, Dante, you go next because you're another Raider fan.
Oh, that's it. I feel for Caden Guru. I know he wanted to go next. Let's let Caden Guru go.
No, I am torn between this. This is the hardest this is the hardest division in football. Like, I honestly, I'm thinking about putting the Broncos in last, but that's crazy. Like, it's honestly it's so hard because realistically, these four teams can make the playoffs.
Yeah. What do you think, Caden Guru?
Who you got?
I think the Chiefs are going to win the division because they have Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce. But I think that the Raiders can also make the playoffs. But I think the Chargers are going to be second, the Raiders are going to be third, and then the Broncos are coming last.
Wow, that's good. Okay. All right. Dan, you go next.
All right, let's see here. So you got the Chiefs, Raiders, Chargers, Broncos. Again, like Keenan said, this is the toughest division in the entire NFL. The Chiefs are who they are. I know they lost Tyreek Hill, but they still got Andy Reid. Of course, Patrick Mahomes. Even though the man couldn't blow a bubble on camera at the DA show with a piece of bubble gum, that gives you cause for concern. But he's gotten over that now. A little inside joke there.
Yeah, I got you.
The Chargers, Justin Herbert throws one of the best deep balls I've ever seen. I think he throws a better deep ball than what Patrick Mahomes does, just for accuracy purposes. Of course, Mahomes has got an absolute super rocket laser arm on his right side. Broncos, Russell Wilson, I mean, yeah, but who is he throwing the ball to? I don't even know the wide receivers on that team. And I'll give you a little guess here. I'll let you three guess. Over the last 8 seasons, which quarterback in the NFL has more fourth quarter comebacks?
Well, that's Derek Carr.
That's right. That's
That
right.
is Derek Carr.
That's right.
Derek Carr is a better quarterback than people give him credit for. I
Yep.
really do believe Derek Carr is a good quarterback. However, with that being said, I believe that the Chargers are going to win that division. I think Justin Herbert's going to come out, shine, be the big star quarterback, step up and be a rival to somebody like Josh Allen, be a rival to Patrick Mahomes. And I think they're just going to come out on top of the division. Give me the Raiders second. Give me the Raiders second. I like the addition of Devontae Adams. They improved on defense. I think they're going to shock the Chiefs for the simple fact I think the Chiefs are going to come down after losing Tyreek Hill. I know they still have Travis Kelce, and they had the number 3 offense last year. But I just got a feeling that the Raiders are going to bring it around. They're going to have a statement year this year after all that bullshit that happened with Gruden last year and all that. The Raiders are going to come out pissed off this year, get into second, probably sneak into a wild card. I'd like to think they would win a wild card game, make it to a divisional round. And I know it seems weird to say, but put Russell Westbrook finishing 4th. I mean, that's just crazy to say, but he doesn't have enough weapons to be able to do anything. And I know Denver had a top 10 defense last year, but still, can their offense overcome that? I'm really not sure. So give me the Chargers, the Raiders, the Chiefs, and then the Broncos.
Okay. Now, I want to correct you on a little something. Now, you know, we all friends here. Russell Westbrook does play for the Lakers. Russell Wilson. I know you. We all know what you was talking about. You good though. Okay.
Well, you don't know. Russell Westbrook may be able to throw a football better than he can shoot a basketball.
I doubt it. I don't know. I'm still sick over the Raiders. Oh, the Lakers. I'm sick. All right. So we're good, right? We basically got through that. All right.
No.
Oh, that's right. I wanted to make sure I get the last word for my man Dante Guru. Go ahead.
Let me explain something to you. The Raiders added the best wide receiver in football. The Raiders upgraded their secondary pass rusher from Yannick, he was good last year, but we got Chandler Jones. He had a double-digit sacks. The Raiders added Josh McDaniels. He's a fantastic coordinator, Super Bowl winning offensive coordinator. And you know what? You know what's funny? He's never had an offense this talented. You know what's funny? He's also the offensive coordinator for the last perfect team. When Tom Brady threw 50-something touchdowns. Now, I'm not saying that the Raiders are going undefeated. I'm not saying the Raiders are going to Derek Carr's throwing 50 touchdowns. But the Raiders have been picked last by several people in the business.
A lot of people
are picking the Raiders last. The Raiders, I'm not going to say the Raiders are winning the division. The Raiders are winning the Super Bowl. The Raiders are winning the Super Bowl. This team was one play away from beating the Bengals, who went to the Super Bowl. They added the best wide receiver in football. They added a defensive coordinator that was very coveted, and they've added an offensive coordinator that loves his talent and he knows what he's doing. You're telling me a team that adds the best wide receiver in football, that made the playoffs, that have all this talent, they're going to lose because, their offensive line isn't good? What happened with the Bengals' offensive line last year when they went to the Super Bowl?
They got blew up.
Offensive line in Super Bowl.
Yeah, when the Chiefs,
Making some good points here.
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna
let you talk. I'm gonna just say this.
Okay.
The Raiders are gonna win the Super Bowl because they have to do one thing. They have to win the division, which they will, and they have to keep Derek Carr out of terrible weather. And guess what? The Raiders are not going to play in Kansas City after November for the first time in years. Yeah. They're playing in Kansas City in October. That is the biggest key. They have to beat the Chiefs. And guess what? They're going to play in typically good weather in Kansas City in October. The Raiders are going to win the Super Bowl. The Raiders have the team. I'm putting the pressure all on me. I'm putting the pressure all on Derek Carr. We are winning the Super Bowl. Why can't we win it? Why can't we do it? The Bengals had no chance last year. What did they do? They did it. Why can't we?
Exactly.
everything. Our top receiver was Hunter Renfrow, and I see a lot of Cooper Kupp in Hunter Renfrow. He's a very talented slot receiver, and I'm not saying that he's Cooper Kupp or he's as good, but I think that this team is very good. Now, I'm going to pick the Chiefs to finish second. I think the Chiefs are really good. I'm going to tell you something. I think Justin Herbert is going to hit a wall this year. I think teams have gotten enough tape on him and enough of the tendencies that this team plays that he's going to hit a wall. He's got a very talented team. I'm not going to take anything away from the Chargers, but guess what? Every team in the division is talented. It's the toughest division in football. What I expect is for Russell Westbrook, Wilson, whoever, to not make a single difference here. These teams, the Raiders went to the playoffs. The Chargers didn't. The Raiders got a better player in their premium pick than the Chargers did. The Chargers added J.C. Jackson. He has an ankle thing. He's still a good football player. He's not Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams is the best receiver in football. You're telling me that the Raiders aren't being picked to win the freaking Super Bowl after upgrading their entire offense with a fantastic coordinator, a Super Bowl winning coordinator, a Super Bowl offensive winning coordinator? You're telling me this team isn't? And guess what? The Patriots have never had a running back good as Josh Jacobs. Never.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the Tom Brady has never played with I am befuddled. I'm befuddled. No one is picking the Raiders. And I'm telling you, I'm not going to pick the Raiders to win the division. I'm picking them to win the Super Bowl. As long as we don't have to go to Buffalo in January, we're good.
Wow.
As long as
oh,
we're
my
good.
gosh. All right.
If we can, we got to hope that, the Dolphins can beat them a few games and the Raiders can maybe get the top of the standings. And I'm serious. I am all in on this Raiders team. I'm all in. Don't talk about Darren Waller. That's my boy. Don't talk about Hunter Renfrow. Don't talk about Devontae Adams. The best receiver.
You also forgot Chandler Jones and Max Crosby.
I don't need to talk about them. They went to the playoffs. Justin Herbert didn't. Khalil Mack didn't. Joey Bosa didn't. Derwin James, he did not play in the playoffs last year. The Raiders did. They upgraded their team. How are they not being picked to win their division? The Chiefs got worse. I'm confused. I'm picking the Raiders to win it all. I'm telling you, this is the best team in football. That's my pick.
Welcome back, Raider Dante. Whoa, that was okay. Do you have
fire and brimstone coming out of that mouth?
That's it. Now listen to this.
You got something to say, Gator?
I got something to say. Football is a game of momentum and inches. We'll just see how this season plays out. But I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying there's going to be some very good plays made this season from the AFC West, and I'm all for it.
Wow. Okay, I tell you what. All right, we're gonna have to take a break, but when we get back, we're definitely gonna have to go to picks of the week. And plus, we're going to pick the your playoff teams, and we're going to pick the Super Bowl. We got to run. We got to hustle because.
Well, you guys are going to do that.
Okay. Okay. Dante's already picked the Super Bowl. Do you have? Okay, Dante. Who do you think is going to make play in the Super Bowl with them?
We'll talk about that after the break. We'll discuss it. We'll discuss after the break.
Okay, I got some more good news for you. Guess what?
All right.
Georgia Southern 45, Nebraska 42.
Oh, no, yes, sir.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Come on, Georgia Southern. Get Frost out of there.
Yes, indeed.
That
hey.
The best thing that can happen to Nebraska is if they get Scott Frost out of there.
And guess what? Dante Guru is a graduate of Georgia Southern University.
Hail Southern.
Yep, I'm proud papa of a graduate from Georgia Southern. Okay, you guys, we're going to take a break because we got to take care of a few things. But you guys hang with us. We'll be right back, and believe me, there's going to be a little bit more fire when we come back. So, wow, that was something else, Dante. Raider Dante is back. I'm going to have to start calling you Raider Dante from now on. All right, so guys, hang with us.
Play the autumn winds for this
I did. I'm gonna play it. We're gonna play it when we go to the picks. All right, we'll be right back. You guys hang tight. One more segment left, and this is the voice actress lady.
You're listening to the Guru Talking Sports Podcast.
Okay, guys, welcome back to the Guru Talking Sports Podcast, episode 131. Man, we just had a lot of fire from Raider Dante. Raider Dante's nickname is back now. But all right, this is what we're gonna do right now. We're gonna pick who your teams are for the playoffs and Super Bowl, and then we're gonna go to the picks of the week, and we're gonna wrap this thing up. Okay. All right. Now I'm gonna pick my teams from the NFC first. I'm going to go Philadelphia, Green Bay, Tampa Bay, and the Rams are going to be the 4 playoff teams. Wild cards are going to be Minnesota, New Orleans, and San Francisco. All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pick the NFC winner, which I think the NFC winner will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and they will go into the NFC. Now, AFC playoffs, I think it's going to be Buffalo, Indianapolis, Cincinnati, and the Raiders. Those are the divisional winners. My wild cards will be Denver, Kansas City, and the Chargers. I'm taking the whole AFC West to make the playoffs. My divisional winner for the AFC will be Buffalo. I hate to say it. I think Buffalo's time is now, and I think Buffalo is going to beat Tampa Bay in the Super Bowl. I hate to say it. I love the Raiders. I don't know. It could be an upset, but I think this team is a monster. Buffalo is going to be something else. All right. I'm gonna go to Dante already know. Well, do you want to pick your teams, Dante?
Yeah, we can pick. I'll go ahead and pick really quickly.
Go ahead.
All right, cool. So so we picked our division winners. So Bills, Bengals. This is for the AFC.
Yeah.
The Bills, Bengals, Titans, the Raiders are going to win the divisions, and then the playoffs are going to be the wildcard teams are going to be the Ravens, Chiefs, Chargers. I think that's what it's going to fall down to. I have the Raiders winning the AFC. On the NFC side, Cowboys, Packers, Bucks, Cardinals. With the Rams, Vikings, and Eagles making the playoffs. I think the Eagles are going to make the playoffs. I think they are a pretty good team. I'm thinking the Cowboys to win the NFC and make the Super Bowl. And I have the Raiders beating the Cowboys in Glendale, Arizona in February.
Oh my gosh! Oh
yes,
that is
1995.
Stamp
that is different.
Yes, stamp it.
That is different. That is different. Oh my gosh!
If that happens, I will come to your house and cook you a steak, Harry.
You ain't got to go far. He lives in Dallas, so you ain't got to go far.
Dallas is still an 8.5 to 9 hour ride for me.
Wow! I didn't know you was that. Oh my gosh!
You think I'm coming from Memphis, Tennessee, basically all the way to Dallas? That's a hike right there, buddy.
Wow! Oh, that's a ways. All right, Dan.
Texas is just a huge state. It's like going through Texas is the longest part.
Yeah, I know. I've been through Texas. I only been through the Panhandle, which was, close, but that was the only thing. All right, Dan. I'm gonna let you go this one. You take your. You got your picks.
All right, we're gonna start with. Well, I guess neither one of these are easy for different reasons. So let's go by the divisions. Let's go with AFC East. Of course, you got the Bills. West, you got the Chargers going to win that. The North, you got the Bengals. And the South, you got the Titans. So let's go with our 3 wild card teams. You're going to have the Colts, Let's go with the Raiders and the Chiefs. And, of course, I think the Bills are going to go to the Super Bowl in there. I'd like to see them go. Now, let's go to the NFC. So you got the Cowboys winning the NFC East. You've got the Rams winning the NFC West. You got the Packers winning the North. And I got the Saints winning the South. I know. So give me the Bucks, the Vikings, and the Rams as your 3 wild card teams. Now, I would like to say the Saints here. I just don't think that they've got enough firepower to do it. I don't. I hope so. I'd love to see them do it, but I don't think they can do it. As much as it pains me to say this, however, I think out of the NFC, the best rounded team, even losing the best wide receiver in football, is still going to be the Packers, just because of their defense and douchey Aaron Rodgers, as much as I hate to say it. So you've got the Bills and the Packers in the Super Bowl, and if you give me those 2 rosters put together, those talents put together, the coaches and everything, you've got to give me the Bills. And also with the history of what's been going on. Like I said earlier, Green Bay just has woe after woe, screw up after screw up in the playoffs. The Bills should have done it last year. They had it there. They were 1 overtime away from being able to do it, and they just fell short a little bit. I do not trust the Packers to win that Super Bowl, although I do see them making it to it. And the bad part about it is the Packers have had 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks for the last 20 years and 1 Super Bowl ring to show for it.
Yep.
And 6 MVPs.
They're in territory that they should be winning and know how to win and won't do it, and the Bills are ascending as fast as a rocket goes out of here.
Mm-hmm.
They're getting good as faster than a cat can lick his ass. So.
And I'll tell you one thing.
Buffalo Bills to win it all. I'll throw $20 on it.
They make a lot of teams nervous, and believe me, I'm nervous when I saw what I saw on Thursday night. Okay, Caden, you're up.
Okay, where do I start? The North. Let's go for the NFC North. Let's go Packers, and then East. Eagles, South, Bucks, and West, Rams. AFC, East, Bills. South, I'd pick the Colts. West, I'd pick the Chiefs. And the North, I'd pick the Ravens. My wild card teams for the NFC will be the Vikings, the 49ers, and the Cardinals. And then my AFC wild card teams, the Raiders, the Chargers, and the Titans. And for the Super Bowl, I got the Eagles and the Bills.
Oh, gosh.
Sounds great.
Sounds realistic. That Raiders in there.
Eagles and Bills. Okay. All right, so.
Have y'all learned your lesson about Jalen Hurts yet?
You know,
We got all of our skill position players are good. Our line is good. Our defense is good. Our special teams is good. We are going to have a good season.
Oh, God.
But you don't have Big Nick Foles. You gotta have Big Dick Nick.
Yeah, this is not 2017, right?
It's going to be a reincarnation of 2017.
Yeah, I mean, you know, hey, this is one of the things that I've said about the Eagles. They have all. I mean, I can't really say anything bad about them because they won a Super Bowl, but it's just that they always have the hype every single year, and then next thing you know, they're explaining why they're not in the Super Bowl.
You know who has hype every year? The Cowboys, and the Cowboys get embarrassed every year since 1996.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's true.
The reason I picked the Cowboys to win the division was because I don't believe in anybody else. I could see the Eagles winning the division, but Washington and the Giants, absolutely not. They're going to get their face drug in.
Yeah, exactly.
The Texans have than the Cowboys do since 1995, and they were an expansion team created in 2002. That's insane.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, on the Cowboys thing, listen, Kate. I just want you to know, a broke clock is right twice a day, baby.
Exactly. Twice a day, it is. That's true. All right, guys.
For this, also, Mark Sanchez has more playoff wins in the last 15 years than the Dallas Cowboys do.
Oh,
exactly.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, and that's the thing. Dallas, I mean, DA was kind of right when he said this. If you could just pick a team that's not going to go to the Super Bowl, it's Dallas every single year. But I don't know. It's just, you never know what's going to happen. We never know what's going to happen in these games. But like I said, I'm kind of nervous about freaking Buffalo from what I've seen on Thursday. I keep saying it.
They are a machine right now.
Yeah, and with Diggs,
I actually had them last season to win the Super Bowl.
All right.
You were a coin flip from doing it.
Yeah, exactly, and definitely 13 seconds and all. Remember that?
Yep.
All right, guys. I'll tell you what. We're gonna get to the picks of the week, and I got something that I wanted to tell you guys, that we have a new voice actress lady that's going to give it to us. Here it is.
And now,
where's she at?
And now it's time for Guru's NFL Picks of the Week.
Oh, that's cool. Hey, voice actress lady is awesome. She always she's always helping me out, and I really appreciate that. Okay, here we go. Picks of the week. Now, Dan, you got lucky because there's a full slate of games to pick. Now, what's going to happen is this. I'm going to be picking against you on some of these, and guess what? We're going to be picking games now because we got good games to pick. Now, guys, later on in the season, I'm going to eliminate some of the teams that are bad teams, and they might not even get picked. All right, so this is pretty good. Okay, first off, we're going to go New Orleans. They're a 5-point favorite against the Atlanta Falcons. 5.5-point favorite over the Atlanta Falcons. Also, I wanted to mention that I got these lines from CBSSports.com and Vegas Insider. Okay, was this one of the games you wanted to pick with me, Dan?
It is. It's also in New Orleans, if I remember correctly.
Okay. I'm going to take New Orleans on that game. Who do you got?
Yeah, you got to give me New Orleans on that game. You can't tell me that the damn Falcons are going to stand up in the new Superdome. I can't even Caesar's Palace Superdome and come in there and put a hurting on them boys. They're just not going to do it. Defense, Marshawn Lattimore's going to have a pick. James Winston's probably going to throw for 300 and something yards and 3 touchdowns, probably run one in. Falcons don't have a defense to be able to hang with us. Marcus Mariota is not fixing to throw all over us. That's not going to happen. Who's even their running backs? That's not going to happen. Yeah, give me the Saints for sure.
We both take the Saints on that one. And we got to see now, if the Saints lose, we both lose, right?
It is what it is.
Okay. All right, Dante, who you got? Atlanta, New Orleans.
I'm going to take the Falcons. I don't think the Falcons are a very good football team, but the Saints-Falcons rivalry is very real. And I'm picking the Falcons for one thing. I think that there's a lot of new things happening with both teams. They have new the new coaches, and they have the new players for the Falcons, new quarterback. I don't think Dennis Holland is a good coach, so I think he's going to lose this game for sure. I'm picking the Falcons.
Okay. Kaden, who you got?
taking the Saints. I feel like the Falcons are not going to do good this year. It's going to be like every year with them where they finish like high in yards and not good in touchdowns and lots of empty red zone trips. So give me the Saints with this one.
Okay. All right. San Francisco is a 7-point favorite over Chicago. Kaden, go ahead. Give me that one. Who you got?
Give me the Niners week 1. That's all I got to say.
Dante.
I'm going to pick the 49ers. I'm going to pray for Justin Fields.
Dan, who you got?
I'm going to go be the outlier here. I'm going to take the Bears here. I think Justin Fields is fixing to come out and have him a breakout year right here, and I think he's going to show out. Give me the Bears.
All right. I think that I'm going to go with 49ers on that one. All right, so I don't know. I like Justin Fields. He's a Buckeye, but I don't know. All right, Cincinnati is a 6.5-point favorite over Pittsburgh. Dante, who you got in this one?
I'm going to take Pittsburgh. I think that they're going to. I think that it's going to be a very close game. I think, it's like I said, they have a very good running back, and I think he's going to be able to keep him in the game. So if it's a 6.5 points, is that correct? 6.5 points?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to take Pittsburgh on that. I think they can cover. I think the Bengals are a better team, but I think the Pittsburgh has a pretty good defense. They can cover. I think it can be literally an end of the game field goal for the Bengals to win this.
Okay. All right, Kaden.
It's going to be a close game, but I'm going to take the Bengals on this one.
All right. Dan, who you got?
If you're asking me to pick them straight up, I would pick the Bengals. But if you're going to give the Steelers 6.5 points, I think it's going to be less than a 5-point game. Give me the Bengals outright, but give me the Steelers plus 6.5.
Okay. I'm going to take this Cincinnati 6.5 points. 6.5 points and 6.5 points. All right. Let me see. Philadelphia is a 4-point favorite over Detroit. Who you got, Kaden?
Well, is water wet?
Yeah, I know you. I know who you got. You're like, yes, believe me, I know. You ain't gotta ask you that question. Dante, who you got?
I'm gonna go with Caden Gruber on this one.
All right. Dan, who you got?
That's actually a tough one for me. I think it's going to be a rather close game. I would like to say the Lions, but I don't trust Jared Goff in the least little bit. I know he made them go to a Super Bowl when he was in LA, but that wasn't because of him. Just give me the Eagles on there. I'm going to take the Eagles on that one.
Okay, now that's one of the games we had to pick, and I'm going to take Detroit. And I'm gonna take the 6.5 points. I think I'm gonna go with that. All right. Let's keep moving along. We gotta get done. New England is a 3.5-point dog in Miami. Who you got there?
Give me Miami. New England has incredible troubles down there whenever they go to play the Dolphins. Even when Brady was there, they got surprised down there. I don't think Mac Jones is fixing to go in to Florida and come out with a win. Give me the Dolphins.
All right, that's one of the games that we got to pick. I'm going to take New England. I should have took New Orleans. New England on that one because you made a great point on that, but I still think that Belichick will make them remember. And they already went down there they went down there Tuesday. So I think that I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go with New England to upset Miami and take that 3.5 points. Kate?
I have the 3.5 points. I'm taking New England.
You taking New England?
Yep.
All right. Dante?
I'm going to take the Dolphins. I think Belichick is he's smart, he's good, but he can't outsmart a bad team. So I'm going to take the Dolphins. I think they're going to be able to take care of New England soundly in Miami.
Okay. All right. Yes, sir.
Just checking on something. I don't know if we had a final score earlier about it or not, but Georgia Southern has beaten Nebraska 45-42.
Sure enough.
Yes, sir.
Sure enough. I did.
I don't remember if the game was over with when we were talking about it earlier or not, but they have beaten them.
Oh, yeah.
College football today. Texas A&M goes down. Notre Dame goes down. Now Nebraska.
Yep. And yeah. Oh, yeah. We was talking about it. We said that Scott Frost might be fired tomorrow morning.
He gone.
Yeah,
He'll
he
be
gone.
gone within the next week.
Yeah, in the famous words of who was that? Hawk Harrelson. He gone. There you go.
He gone.
That's it. All right. Who we got next? Who we picking? Did you pick? You picked up. What was the last one that you picked? Did you pick Miami and
Yeah, Miami and the Pats.
Okay. Baltimore and the Jets. Baltimore 7-point favorite. I'm taking Baltimore. My hometown. I gotta take them. Who you got, Dante?
I'm going to take the Jets. I think Flacco is going to get his revenge. I'm going to pick Joe Flacco to win and get his revenge. I think it's funny.
Oh, God. Okay, that is funny. Kaden, who you got?
It's like, remember when people used to say that they used to question, is Joe Flacco elite?
Yeah.
Like back in those days? Yeah, I mean, he's gonna prove that he's not elite. I'm gonna say that.
All right, so
Ravens.
You got the Ravens. Dan, who you got?
Dante, I don't know what you smoking, man, but I want some. I mean, you give the Jets 18 points, and I'm still going to take the Ravens on this.
All right. Here's one that. Oh man, I don't even know how to pick this. Jacksonville is going into Washington. Jeez, I'm gonna take the Jaguars. What the hell? I mean, they ain't got nothing to lose. I mean, what the hell? They probably won't even be on the list for in the next 16 weeks or so. So I'm gonna take my Jaguars. Who you got there?
Oh, good Lord. You got two polished turds fighting one another. I mean, give me Jacksonville.
All right, there you go.
What's the point spread on it? What's the point spread?
3 points.
Yeah, give me Jacksonville. Hell, it's going to be more than that one way or the other. Somebody's going to burst out and the other one's going to lay down.
Two polished turds. That was a good one. Dante, who you got?
I'm taking Jacksonville. I think that they're going to actually soundly beat them. I think Doug Peterson knows this. He knows this Washington team. I think he's going to beat them soundly.
Yeah, and guess who he's got to face? Carson Wentz.
Yeah,
Caden's favorite guy. Caden's favorite guy.
I think he knows that guy too.
Yeah. All right, Caden, who you got?
I don't like Dan Schneider, so I'm going with the Jaguars.
Wow.
That's a very good answer.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like Dan Snyder either. He's still on his boat.
If they snake in the grass, oh my goodness, you can look at that guy and tell he's just
shady as hell. Yeah.
That's a shady motherfucker right there.
Oh, yeah. All right. Cleveland is this is going to be a good one. Cleveland is a 1.5 point dog against Carolina in Carolina. Who you got, Dan?
Oh, did you say me?
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry. I thought you said my bad.
No, you good.
Carolina, freaking Baker Mayfield is fixing to have him a field day with them Browns. All those Oklahoma days of nut grabbing and flag planting, he's fixing to bring that attitude back. An ass whooping on the Browns.
All right.
And freaking Zach Gelb can sit over there and bark all he fucking wants to. Browns are getting their asses handed to them.
Oh man. Zach Gelb. Yeah, I know he's a Carolina honk. So we all know. All right, Doc. I'm taking Cleveland. Cleveland. I like Chubb. I'm a big Chubb fan. I'm definitely going to take my boy Chubb. All right, so Dante, go ahead.
I'm gonna pick Cleveland. I think Baker is gonna be too riled up. He's gonna be too into the game, too intense, and then he's gonna get hit. He's gonna get hit by Myles Garrett hard and often. I'm picking the Browns.
All right, Katie.
Myles Garrett can't pick his damn helmet up and swing at people though.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, minus that.
I was about to say that. Myles Garrett's going to get too intense. He's going to let the helmet take over as a joke. But I'm taking the Browns. I feel like Jacoby Brissett can play a game manager role, and Browns can run the ball pretty well. They got a good defense. I'm taking the Browns.
All right. Indianapolis is a 7-point favorite over Houston. I like Matt Ryan. I'm taking Houston. I'm taking Indianapolis. I like them to beat up on Houston. And I got a bet slip right now that says that Indianapolis can cover the 7 points. So I'm going Indy. All right, who you got, Caden?
I got Indianapolis. I feel like Davis Mills is going to have a good season, but he's on the Texans, so Indianapolis.
All right. Dante.
I'm picking Indianapolis, and they're gonna cover pretty easily.
All right, Dan.
Yeah, I'm going to take Indianapolis on this one. Quentin Nelson is going to be pancaking people and taking shots of syrup on the sidelines afterwards. Give Indianapolis.
All right. Here's one of the games that we were picking. These are 4:00 games. The New York Giants are going into Tennessee, and they are a 5.5-point dog. Who you got there?
Well, in the words of Marshawn Lynch, I can't remember if he said this on live TV or not, you start running through a motherfucker's face and they don't want to tackle you no more. And that's what they're going to do. So give me the Titans.
All right. I'm going to go with the Titans too. So we both got the Titans. All right. So we go even on that one. All right. And Caden, who you got?
Are they versus the Giants?
Yeah.
Well, I think Daniel Jones just fumbled as I said that, so give me the Titans.
All right, Dante, who you got?
I'm going to say that the spread could be higher.
Yeah, it could.
The spread can be a little bit higher. I'm definitely picking the Titans.
All right. So Green Bay is a 1.5-point favorite over Minnesota. That's a 4:00 game. Who you got there, Dante?
Dante?
Yeah.
I'm picking the Vikings.
Vikings. Wow.
Yes. I think that the Packers are going to need to learn their offense a little bit, but I'm picking the Vikings. They're gonna run loose.
All right, Dan, who you got?
Is it in Minnesota or is it in Green Bay?
I think it's in Minnesota.
That's what I was thinking as well. Look, I think Kirk Cousins is a better quarterback than what everybody gives him credit for. I don't know why. I just feel like I can trust him. Give me the Vikings. I like the Vikings. I think it's a good team this year.
All right, I'm gonna go with the Vikings too because I got Jefferson on my fantasy team, and
ain't no reason to pick them.
Yeah, it is. All right, Caden.
I do agree with Dan. I think that Kirk Cousins is underrated, but it's Aaron Rodgers, and I like Aaron Rodgers, so I'm picking the Packers.
All right.
You remember what the Packers done last year? First game, got their asses handed to them by famous Jameis.
Yep.
Sure did. That is true.
All right.
But I think that was just a fluke.
All right. Kansas City is a 6.5-point favorite over Arizona. Who you got, Dante?
I'm taking Arizona.
Oh.
I'm taking Arizona. I think they're going to be really. I think they're going to surprise a lot of people.
All right, Caden.
I got the Chiefs. I think Patrick Mahomes is going to have a similar season to his 2018 season.
All right, Dan, who you got?
6.5 points. But would you say 6.5 or 7?
6.5.
6.5.
Yeah.
I would like to throw some money on the Cardinals, but I just can't bet against Patrick Mahomes there. I mean, the only thing that Kyler Murray's got to throw to is DeAndre Hopkins, and they really don't have a defense to speak of. So give me the Chiefs.
Yeah. Hopkins ain't even gonna play until he's 6 games suspended. So,
that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah. That's my problem. That's my stupidity.
No, you good. All right, you still want to take Kansas City or Arizona?
Yeah, I'm gonna take Kansas City.
All right, I'm gonna take Kansas City too. All right, moving along. Okay, got 3 more games to go. We're gonna wrap this up. Okay, we got Vegas and the Chargers. Chargers are a 3.5 favorite. I know who Dante got. Caden, who you got?
I got the Chargers in this one.
What?
Yeah.
Gosh. All right, Dan, who you got?
Give me the Raiders. I'm going to take the Raiders on this one. I think Justin Herbert and the Chargers are going to come out, stomp their big-ass toe on the first game, maybe the first couple of games before they find their groove. And I think the Raiders are going to come out slinging fires. Give me the Raiders.
Okay. And let's see. Dante, who you got? All right.
I'm gonna also say I'm gonna just make, because I'm picking the Raiders, but the Raiders are playing in LA. That is a Raider home game.
Yeah, exactly.
That is a Raider. Every time they play in LA, they play the Rams this year as well. Those are Raider home games.
Yep.
I have the Raiders busting the spread wide open.
Exactly. All right. Tampa Bay is a 2.5 point favorite over Dallas. I'm going to take Tampa Bay because Tom Brady's got to do something really good. So, Dan, who you got in this?
I'm going to take Dallas in this one just for the simple fact we don't know what's going on in Tom Brady's head.
Yeah, exactly.
He could be in his own mind right now and then come out and just completely crap the bed on this one. I mean, if he comes out and throws for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, I'm going to be like, okay, I was completely wrong in my NFC who's going to the Super Bowl pick. But I'm 40-something years old, midlife crisis going on right here. I don't think he's got it. Give me the Cowboys.
Okay. Dante.
Cowboys. They're on their march to their Super Bowl, baby.
Caden.
Well, I just want to let you know, fun fact is Tom Brady is undefeated against the Cowboys when playing. So, yeah, give me Tom Brady.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's a good fact. I didn't even know that. But remember, that was the first game of the season a couple years ago, remember? When they won the Super Bowl. All right. Last game on the docket is the Denver Broncos. They're 6.5 point favorite going into Seattle. I definitely don't think that Seattle's got anything to prove, so I'm going with Denver. Who you got, Dan?
I got Denver. I think Seattle's going to just try to tank this year and try to find them a new quarterback in the draft, maybe some assets to go with him. The Broncos are poised to have a playoff run, maybe even a deep playoff run if they maybe get a few pieces in a trade. So give me the Broncos there.
Okay. Caden.
I'm taking the Broncos, but I'm just going to say that they could either pick C.J. Stroud or Bryce Young in the draft if they actually want to go that route.
Yeah. Dante, you got the last word.
I believe that they should cheer for Russell Wilson when he's beating them this week. When he's beating the mess out of them, still cheer for Russell Wilson.
There you go. All right. So we basically accomplished what we needed to, and this was a really, really good podcast. I didn't expect it to go over 118 minutes, but it did. But I want to say that I want to thank my 2 sons, Caden Guru, Dante.
I don't don't know about any shout-outs, but I would like to thank you for finally bringing me on here. I know we tried to get up one time before, and it just didn't happen. But I really, really enjoyed this. I've really enjoyed talking to all three of y'all. I've thoroughly had a good time. Anytime y'all would like me to come back on here and talk with you guys, I'd be more than happy to. I understand if you don't want to. Not everybody wants to talk to a redneck from Mississippi, but I really
Come on, man.
Tonight, and I appreciate y'all letting me come on and shoot the shit with you.
Nah. I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm the type of person that I get along with everybody, and like I said, my thing is that I enjoy everybody. I enjoy people, and my sons can tell you that I'm very outgoing, and these guys here, these two guys, Dante and Caden, I always told them to make sure that they are an exceptional member of society, and they are. So, Dante, you got anything you want to say before you split?
No, thanks for no, but I appreciate you for having me on, Guru. Thanks for Dan for coming in and dropping those good Saints quotes. But yeah, thank you for having me on, Guru. Appreciate
All right, you got any shout outs before you leave, or you good?
I'm good. Raider Nation, we're going to win the Super Bowl.
There you go. All right, Caden Guru.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
To where?
On the road to victory.
Straight to the losers bracket.
Oh, gosh. All right, guys. Well, I tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to finish up. And I really want to say thank you guys for being in here. And we will be talking to, I'll be talking to you soon, Dan. And you two guys, I'm going to be sending you guys the podcast link as soon as I finish up editing and getting everything done.
Man, Guru, you done pretty good because I just run out of beer.
You just ran out of beer?
Just ran out of beer. I just drank the last cold Busch Latte I had in this cooler right here. So I'm just going to take my fat ass in here and go to bed.
All right, man. Well, you take care of yourself, and I'll talk to you soon. And I'll chat with you tomorrow. You take care.
All right, man. We'll holler at y'all later. Thank y'all very much for having me.
All right, man. Take it easy.
See ya.
All right, later. All right, guys. I'm getting ready to finish up and thank everybody and give a shout outs for all the people that I appreciate. I just want to say thank you for just being here, man. You guys have made it very, very enjoyable. And this, I know it's a long one, but hey, we did it. All right, Dante, I'll see you soon. I'll talk to you soon. You take care. Caden Guru, all right, guys, that's it. I'm going to end this podcast by saying what a great, great way to kick off the NFL season with all that. First podcast with the college rap and everything. And I just want to say thank you for listening and thank you for your time. I know this has been a very, very long process, but I just have to mention a few people that I wanted to shout out and say thank you to. I want to thank you to my man Rob, Coach, MP, Marie in Denver, Eric, Steve, JC, Big Lair, Carla, Monica, Mariana, Mitchell, Dan from Mechanicsburg, Hawaiian Tony Danza, Adriana, Derek in Pittsburgh. I want to say big props and thank you to Kate, Christian, Betty, Hunter, Garrett, and Tony. Facebook friends, I want to say shout out to Rob Spencer, Rocco, my man Ernie Talbot I haven't seen in about maybe 40 years. Big props to you. My man Keith Stewart, thank you for the luau. Me coming over to the luau and, kicking it up for a few. My man Kareem and Big Al, I appreciate you guys too. Now, you can find me on Instagram at Guru Talking Sports Podcast. We're all over the place. I know that it's getting late and I gotta wrap this up. YouTube, the Guru of Sports Show. And, find me Instagram and Twitter. I'm on Twitter at Mac in Bear, Delaware at Goat39. All right. Spreaker is the main vessel we come out of. Big props to Miss Mary Mack, the Mary Mack Show on Grief. Always shout her out. Always shout out my man Jeff Duarte. I'm definitely gonna write something about the Chargers pretty soon. Definitely this year for sure. The young the young GM. Excuse me. I'm getting tired, so I gotta wrap this up. Young GM and my cousin Curtis, Jarrett. Appreciate you guys. My man Dave May Jr., appreciate you. Crew was Gaten Guru. Like I said, Ray Guru was brought in the intro. Thank you for the intro. Dante Guru. And we miss him. This has been a Black Goat production for Black Goat Sports. Copyright 2022. All rights reserved. We don't hate, we create. We always congratulate, and we don't steal from anyone. Use the hashtag Big Props and use the hashtag Guru Talking Sports. This is it. I'm got to get out of here. So you guys take care. Enjoy the podcast. Enjoy everything that we talked about. And we'll be back next week with episode 132. I know this has been a long, long one, but I wanted to let you guys know that this was a special one. And I appreciate the guest, Dan from Mississippi. Appreciate you. And thank you once again. You guys take care. And what we're going to do is we're going to leave a moment of silence for my man, Cousin Aaron. Next week it's going to be a little bit shorter. I'm going to bring another guest in, but we're going to have a little bit more shorter time because it's been a long one. I know. A moment of silence for the Queen. I had to mention we lost the Queen. God rest the Queen. And to all the people out there in England and all the provinces, to the royal family, we got to say our condolences. Also, moment of silence for Cousin Aaron as well. You guys take care. We'll see you next week. This has been the Guru Talking